So the project management training program overall is an effort for us to increase the capacity of our local staff. And we visit cities and locations that we think are good examples of using federal funds for transportation projects so that we can learn from what they're doing and try to apply those lessons learned and bring those project ideas and inspiration back to Hawaii.
For the project management mobile workshop, we went to Los Angeles and San Diego, California.
We had folks from the city and county of Honolulu. We had folks from the state of Hawaii. We had folks from other counties as well.
This year's mobile workshop was a lot larger than it was last year. There were way more participants, which is great. Shows a lot of interest in the program.
My expectation was to basically also see examples. That's kind of what I thought what it was going to be about mostly, is about looking at how different municipalities have addressed their transportation needs.
Our colleagues had gone the year before, and so they told us that there was going to be a lot of site visits and walking around and looking at different projects and learning about how these projects were dreamed up and funded and executed. So I had some idea that was going to happen, and it was still a surprise, the amount of things that we could see and the amount of access that we got. The presenters that offered their information and advice, that was really cool.
And we met with folks from the local metropolitan planning organizations. We met with the state DOT. We met with local city folks who helped show us what they had been building with federal funds and what their recommendations were for us that we could then bring back here to Hawaii.
The array of people that we met with this time really was impactful, and it showed that everything is very connected.
I feel like they really just got us in there with people that have been working on this kind of large-scale projects and small-scale projects for their whole careers, and it's an amazing opportunity to learn how they do it.
I was really pleased by all of the people we met, all of the different state employees and city employees that we met, particularly Sandag. I think that we all learned a lot about kind of the financial behind the scenes of what project management looks like.
One of the things I took away from, especially in San Diego, their Metropolitan Planning Organization, Sandag, right? I think it's called. They had the person Dawn that spoke to us. I remember her name because she was just brilliant in managing funds and coordinating with the state and the local authorities to leverage federal funding and to get these projects done.
My favorite project was the stadium at SDSU, so San Diego State University, and the reason I liked it so much was how intentional every aspect of it was. I mean, it was so inspiring because we're building our rail system, so just thinking about what could be there and what could be hosted there was really inspirational for me. They had playgrounds, they had walking paths, which I just thought was really interesting, how much they thought about what is it going to feel like being here? What is it going to feel like for every single kind of activity that's going to be done here?
The other piece was that, we did see a bunch of federal projects, but we saw specifically great, people-centric projects. This kind of funding allows you to really dream up a project that can serve a community that maybe didn't have access to these kinds of spaces before. It's allowing us these tools to be more efficient and effective when we're going after these federal dollars. Because sometimes, a roadway project isn't just a roadway project, right? Sometimes it's something much bigger and much more forward-thinking than that. So that's really exciting.
So right now, there's a lot of federal funds available for transportation projects all over the country. And we want to make sure that Hawaii is getting our fair share of that transportation money and as much as possible.
My biggest goal is to get our engineers from Public Works to do this course next year.
If you're interested in participating in this next year's training, reach out to the MPO. We are going to be starting to plan all of the sessions for next year, thinking about what we did this past year and what we can do better next year. And getting ready to build that cohort. So if you want to be part of the 2025 cohort, please just reach out to either Mark Garrity or myself. We're really excited to see what happens next year.